Welcome to another edition of Trump at War, Mission Creep, because until it's over, it ain't over. So, I'd like to thank you all for joining me this evening. I'm Matt Fox from Matt Fox on the Tube, coming at you live from Rostock, Germany. The glasses are for allergy eyes, but if you guys want to, I'll take them off. So, um, today's events are just like every other day. New day, new drama. With the Trump administration, it just continues to go on and on and on. Yesterday, we were blessed with a little, or was that the day before? We were blessed with a speech from Melania Trump given from the White House where she claimed that she and Jeffrey Epstein really didn't hang out that much, and his relationship with Ghislaine Maxwell was just casual, and she tried to just slide it all under the rug and said that people should not be smudging her image or her reputation. So, and this is coming from the woman who went into New York in the 90s and did, semi-nude porn or softcore porn with other chicks. So, not so much of a good reputation. And how she got that visa, that needs to be investigated for real. So, um, we got J.D. Vance, Steve Witkoff, and Jared Kushner in Islamabad trying to negotiate some sort of a peace settlement or a ceasefire with the Iran people, and I can tell you they're not really interested. And what I'm going to tell you is that the son of the Ayatollah is more extreme than the Ayatollah was. His name is Mahatma or some stuff, Khomeini, and it is rumored that he might be gay. Not that that's necessarily a bad thing, but I mean I don't know how it goes over with the other people there. But the thing was that the Ayatollah, his father, had a religious law passed that did not allow the regime to enrich uranium to the point where it could be utilized for a bomb. So 90% and above is what they needed. Hey, Liam, what's up? Thanks for watching, man. Give me a thumbs up if you would. Subscribe, it doesn't cost anything. Hey, son, man, what's up? So what I'm saying is that the Ayatollah that they had there was against atomic weapons. He didn't want to have that in his regime, and he passed a law against it, a religious law. So that means it wasn't going to happen. So they had it. Hey, Liam, I'm doing great. Thanks for talking. Thumbs up, right? All right. So anyway, but his son is even more extreme than he was, and he's freaking pissed off. They killed his dad, right? He killed his dad. They're over there bombing a bunch of people over there, and that's all because Bibi Netanyahu went and talked to Trump and talked him into it. And Trump did it. So Bibi sold the war to Trump, and the results are costing the world billions. I'm talking about billions. You guys are feeling it when you go buy gas. If you're in Asia, you're feeling it. If you're in Europe, you're feeling it. If you're in Australia, you're feeling it. Doesn't matter where you're at. The price of gas is going up and up and up. And it's going to get higher. So just since the war has started, it's gone up over $1 in America. And yeah, thanks, Sketch. You're right about that. I don't know how people are still... but MAGA is crumbling. And that is due to change the whole stratosphere, hopefully, in the Republican Party. But the thing is, the reason why this whole thing in Iran is not over with yet, and even though they're having these negotiations with these sketchy mediators such as J.D. Vance and Steve Witkoff and Jared Kushner, is because These dudes are not mediating with any kind of real honesty. And everybody knows that. Iran is willing to sit at the table, but they know that these guys are sketchy. Therefore, and while this is all going on, Israel is still bombing Lebanon. And that was a point that the Iranians said, leave Lebanon alone, leave us alone. You know what I'm saying? Let us do our thing with our uranium. That's our stuff. And they ain't trying to hear it. So Iran is going to continue to throw some bombs and rockets at Israel. That's happened today as well. And as long as Hezbollah is still in Lebanon, no, Liam, I'm in Rostock, Germany. Come visit sometime. It's an all right city. So MAGA is crumbling, though. But I'm from the States. Yeah, I'm from the States. So MAGA is crumbling, and hopefully there's going to be change in the Republican Party. And everybody is talking about stopping donations, stopping accepting donations from AIPAC. So, haha. On the other side, there is some good news. Kristi Noem and Brian, her husband, the one with the big balloons in his shirt that he's showing off to these fetish models, they could be getting a divorce. So that's one good thing. So, but she's been in hiding since she got her new job at the Shield of Americas. I don't think I've seen her once. Nevertheless, Iran, however, is continuing to troll Trump, and I mean bad. I don't know if you guys have seen the videos, but they are freaking hilarious. They are using Legos in making these videos, and you know they're all AI done probably, but the rapping behind it, gotta love it, gotta love it. They're rapping and putting stuff out there. It's like a straight up diss track, like from the 80s and 90s that came out. You know what I'm saying? Good stuff. But Iran was a terrible regime before, and they were killing their citizens and stuff. And Donald Trump told the Ayatollah, "You stop killing your citizens, or else I'm gonna come over there and bomb and yeah." So then Bibi Netanyahu talks Trump into doing it. They pull the trigger. They start bombing. And then what does Trump tell them on Easter? He says, "Open the fucking straits, you crazy bastards." And then threatens to blow the whole civilization. So, I don't know. The Iranian government, yeah, they were shooting a few people here and there, but Donald Trump's talking about blowing the whole civilization up over there. So, I mean, I don't know who's worse, the Ayatollah or Trump, you know what I'm saying? It's some scary stuff, but luckily for us in America, or you guys in America, and us here on this side of the water, it's probably better that he didn't do that, because I mean, if he did that, then freaking, you know what, Terry Allen, I'm a Republican, bro. Sorry about it. Okay, but nevertheless, Donald Trump pulled a taco again, and it's probably better, and he's continuously making some dumb moves in the neighborhood, and nevertheless, the hypocrisy from him and from his side has MAGA crumbling like a mother trucker. Tucker Carlson, Megyn Kelly, Sneak, they're all jumping ship, and they're understanding that Donald Trump is a little out of there. All right? And if you, Terry Allen, or anybody else that's over here trying to protect Trump, then I think you guys maybe need to seek some psychological counseling, all right? Because it's pretty clear, and I'm going to put it out there to the senators and congressmen in Congress to say that they need to put it in a bill that any possible presidential candidate needs to have a psychological exam before they go into office. 100%. 100%. So let's talk about some other major breaking news today, and that would be Eric Swalwell. He is a California Democrat running for gubernatorial office over there, and this guy's got some problems. Apparently, there is more than one allegations made against him for sexual assault, for just doing some improper stuff. And it's kind of funny because not funny as haha funny, but kind of like, that this all comes up like right before the election. Now, when these women that sued Trump or, made claims about Trump prior to his 2016 election, most of these people had already made these allegations and they weren't investigated until it started going down, the election got closer. But these allegations came out like today or yesterday. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be interesting. There's going to be an investigation. They're calling on him to go ahead and back out of the election over there. They're calling upon him. The Dems are calling upon him to go ahead and step down from Congress. Whether he does or not, I don't know. I'm not a Democrat. So, however, the thing is, I'm not MAGA. I'm not going to believe everything Trump says. I'm not a dumbass. Because, see, Donald Trump says he likes to surround himself with losers. Because, see, the losers, they'll listen to all of his stories about the stuff that he does and all of his accomplishments. Are you ready for one? The American taxpayers are getting ready to pay for a new ark that is going to be built in Washington, D.C. for Donald Trump. He's willing to spend the American taxpayers' dollars on having an ark built just because France has one and he wants to be like France. So I don't know how you guys feel about that, but for me, that bothers me. Because, see, as a Republican, now I'm not too much on wasting money on stupid shit. I would rather put it into social programs to help our children to get ahead, to be successful, and to get some stuff done. So, but he doesn't want to fund any child daycare or anything like that. He doesn't want to fund any child extra food for children or any healthy lunches. He don't want to fund any of that. But he wants to go and piss off some money on an ark and a ballroom. Now, I know you guys are going to say, oh, the ballroom is privately funded. I know you guys believe that. You can believe that if you want to. But I'm going to tell you something. It's bullshit. All right? It's bullshit. You guys seem to think that Donald Trump is telling the truth every time he says something. He's not. Huh? He's not. So, as to Melania's quagmire, now she came out on TV the other day and said, hey, Thomas, what's going on, man? Thanks for watching. Give me a thumbs up and subscribe. It doesn't cost anything. Anybody watching, love your comments. Appreciate your comments. If you don't agree with me, that's okay. If you do agree with me, that's all okay. If you're MAGA, sorry, buddy. The truth is the truth. You know what I'm saying? You got to look at it sometimes. Thomas, right. So, but what I'm going to say is, Trump don't care about you. He's already said, if you're interested in hearing the truth about the Epstein files, then he don't need you. He don't want your vote. He said he doesn't want your vote. Sandy and Larry, are you? No. No, I'm neither. I am neither. So as to Melania's quagmire, now she went out there and made this big old statement the other day. And Melania, when she came to New York in, I was the 90s, I think it was 95, she came with Zampoli, who now is an ambassador for the White House in some sort of a position. And this guy and all the guys that he was running around with back then, I'm going to go ahead and tell you the players back then. It was Paolo Zampoli. He was from the Slovenia side. Jean-Luc Brunel from the French side. John Casablancas, he kind of went around back and forth. And then there was Jeffrey and Donald. And all these guys have one thing in common. They have all been accused and some prosecuted and some convicted of sexual crimes. And some of them was children. So I'm not going to go into all the information about each and every one of them because, see, we got a thing called the internet. And so if you give those names on the internet and go to Wiki, you read all the stuff. All right? So in regards to Melania, I'm going to go ahead and say it like this. It would be smart on her behalf if she went ahead and filed for divorce from Donald Trump, because when it starts to go down and Trump's stock goes whoo, like that, thank you, Monarch, subscribe. All right, so when his stock starts to go down and they start prosecuting him for all the illegal stuff that he's done, and he's done a bunch of illegal shit. Thanks, Ralph. Appreciate it. Give me a thumbs up. When they start prosecuting him and those lawsuits start coming in, he's going to lose a lot of his money. And he's going to lose money just like he lost money in those Atlantic City casinos. And he's going to end up being broke. And he's going to end up probably going to jail. I hope. Because, see, when I was a model in the 80s and we were at the World Trade Center, my manager told me about Donald Trump because he was with a bunch of people on the other side. And my manager told me about this guy and what he was doing. And it was not cool. All the stuff that he's been doing before, but even back then, was really, really crappy. So Melania should divorce him and get the hell out of America. That's the best thing she can do. Take Barron and get the hell out of America. Because what's going to happen is when he starts losing that money, then the money's going to just melt away and she won't get shit. So, and it is possible she will get dragged into any kind of legal cases in regards to Jeffrey Epstein and the whole deal back then. And it could be that she could be named as an accomplice. And see, you know, if you're in a car and your friend goes in and robs a bank and he comes back out and then drives off, even if you weren't driving, if you were sitting in the car, then you're going to be an accomplice. You're going to be named as an accomplice. So all these people that were in the Jeffrey Epstein sphere, right? Some of them are going to get really pulled in to Congress to speak. So I'm just saying. Hey, Richard, you want to know what's funny? My name is in the Epstein files, fool. But it wasn't me. Nevertheless, the thing is, she needs to go ahead and do the right thing right now and get the hell out of Dodge. Take her parents, go back to Slovenia, go buy her an island, whatever. But something, she needs to go ahead and go. So we have not heard any real progress on the search of the Zorro Ranch. I'm still looking forward to some sort of outcome over there. because there's supposed to be some dead bodies built and buried over there, and there's supposed to be a room over there that has got a bunch of shit in it. So we'll see what happens on that. So just for your information, for you people who are interested, thank you for watching. I'm Matt Fox. I'm sitting here in Rostock, Germany, and this is another edition of Trump at War. Thanks for watching. Give me a thumbs up and hang out for a while. So just so you guys know, if you give into your computer NSPM 7, Memorandum 7, NSPM 7, you will find out that the Trump administration in this budget bill that they're trying to get passed, this is in that bill. And in that bill, this dude is trying to put aside money for a new domestic police force. All right? A new domestic police force. And all them people that were protesting at the No Kings protests or at the ICE facilities and may have got their faces scanned by the officers, you know what I'm saying? Those facial scans are being put on servers, and they're being sorted out. And when that new domestic police force comes, right? If you're one of them people that got your face scanned, it's not going to be pretty. So hopefully this budget bill is not going to get through because if it does, then anybody who does not agree with the government is going to be up to be arrested, up to be detained. And that means all the Democrats, all the Democrats will probably be up to be arrested. And that's the thing that Donald Trump is willing to do to retain power. You already know from his last stay in office that at the end, he didn't want to give up power. He was willing to have his supporters break into Congress, stop the certification of the election, and hang Mike Pence. That's what they were talking about. Ricky Clark, I am so glad you're not in the USA. Yeah, me too, Rick. I am too. Over here, we got nude beaches over here, and good health care. Good health care. So, the insurance system is great too. So, just so you guys know, NSPM 7. Look it up, and you will be horrified when you read that. I'm telling you. So, one more thing. You got to ask yourself. You really, really, really got to ask yourself. And this is stuff that you hear about in Hungary and in Iran and in China and in North Korea. How long is it going to be before he cuts off your internet? Before he cuts off your YouTube? Before he cuts off WhatsApp or any other channels that people freely share their feelings on? Because that's a real possibility. I mean, you are looking at somebody that's really trying to exert control over the population. And there was 3 No Kings marches already with 7 million, 8 million, I mean, a shitload of people. Now, people have jobs, people have kids, people want their kids to be good, well educated, but it's not going to happen much longer because Donald Trump wants the public to be stupid. He wants you to be stupid. That's why he's got all these stupid people around him. He said, I like stupid people. I don't want successful people around me. I want people around me that I can tell about how I'm so successful because they'll listen to him. So for all of you defending Donald Trump and the shit that he's been doing, keep on doing it. But eventually it's going to come to you. You know what I'm saying? Unless you're sucking on his teat, or grifting off him somehow, or you're doing some insider trading, you know, I don't know. It's just, it's not cool. It's not cool. You know what I'm saying? If you were my neighbor, then I wouldn't want you as my neighbor. So let's see what else I got here. All right. So another thing he's doing. Do you remember when Trump left office the last time? What did he do? He took a whole bunch of top secret stuff to his Mar-a-Lago estate, hid it in the bathrooms, hid it in the showers, hid it on a stage. Yeah, Trump is also threatening the Pope. Yeah, I already heard about that too. That's another thing. Yeah. Okay, but anyway, but you remember when he left office the last time, he took all these top secret documents and had them over at Mar-a-Lago. When he found out the FBI was going to come over there, he instructed Kash Patel and some of his other people to go and take those files and put them in another room and do this. And I mean, they were playing like freaking shell games with the top secret documents from the White House. Now, there was a criminal prosecution going on. And I'm talking about he used his lawyers to continue to draw this situation out. And in the end, I don't know how, this fool gets reelected, and then he uses the DOJ to put the kibosh on the whole case against him. But Jack Smith, he let some information out. He let it be known what was going on. So, and that's what we're going to have right now. It is being said now that he is utilizing documents that are top secret, and he's been showing them around here and there. And they're documents that are top secret documents, and he's like showing them around. So, I mean, he's trying to do now away with the Presidential Records Act. They're telling him at the DOJ that that's unconstitutional. Yeah, Richard, I think Biden had like one or two documents that were stuck in some books or something like that, but he wasn't walking around trying to hide them from him. So nevertheless, he's an old man. He's forgetful. But nevertheless, he's attempting to abuse his presidential pardon powers again. Now, you know, on first day, he pardoned 1,600 people that were involved in the January 6th riots or insurrection, whatever you want to call it. And it just so happens that he's getting ready to abuse that power once again. Thanks for watching, guys. Give me a thumbs up, comment, love it. Hey, Scott, what's going on? Richard, love your comment. So, but yeah, you know what? Loser, he loves you. He loves you. He loves you. So what I'm saying is Trump is continuing to break the law. And when you put a criminal in the office of the president, then that's what you got to expect, that he's going to do some criminal shit. And that's what he's doing. So kind of funny story right here. Trump sent J.D. Vance to Hungary because there's an election going on in Hungary. And Viktor Orban, the authoritarian leader there, is up for re-election. And he's facing some pushback. Well, J.D. Vance goes over there to try to help him out. And funny thing, about half a day later, his poll numbers went down even worse. So I'm sure Viktor Orban is trying to now distance himself from J.D. Vance and maybe even the Trump administration. And the Trump administration was trying to be friendly to the extreme right party over here in Germany, in Deutschland. And it's called the AfD, Alternative for Germany. And yeah, they told the press the other day that America needs to think about getting those bases in Germany and packing their shit and go home. So see, this is the kind of way that Donald Trump is affecting our relations all around the world. We used to have very good relations with most countries. We knew clearly that China and Russia were the enemies. They're always trying to do some shit against America. In China, they're abusing what you call it, trademark rights. They're copying films and utilizing whatever technology they have to steal from the American government. They're using computers and hacking warehouses full of, hackers to try to break into American websites, into American companies, and information is being stolen. But you know who did that too? Elon Musk. Elon Musk. Remember Doge? He sat there and he crawled through every department's information. And he got everybody's. He's got our social security number. He's got everything. He knows where we live. Everything. So, and all that information is now on servers being used by Palantir to separate the good from the bad, the Democrats from the Republicans, the extreme, not extreme, and now, like I said, when Donald Trump gets this new domestic police force, hopefully this budget bill will not pass with that in it, then you're going to see a new group of thugs, probably wearing masks, coming to pick you up, or possibly your neighbor, or possibly your grandmother. I mean, possibly your dad. Let's say you're a Trump lover, but yet your dad is totally against Trump. Huh? So that means when they go and pick up your dad, what are you going to do? You're going to say, hey, Trump, that's my dad. Yeah, it doesn't matter. This is what I'm telling you. You cannot just accept the bullshit they're doing. Not everybody is on Trump's side. And it might be your relatives. It might be your sister. It might be somebody that you love. It might be your son or daughter. And when they get picked up, just because they're not in line with what Trump says or the MAGA government at that moment, because Trump's not allowed to be elected again, but who knows what he's going to do. So, no, it's not brainwashed. Look it up. Sydney, look it up. NSPM7. Go look it up on Wiki. You'll see exactly what I'm talking about. Read it and then understand what I'm saying to you. So the thing is, if you guys have somebody that does not agree with Trump, then they could be in line to be arrested. Okay? Oh, Paul, man, you're fucking crazy. You motherfucking criminal, man. Man. The dude is a criminal, and you guys are still trying to get him. It's crazy. So, I'm not going to get into that with you, but still. So, Eric Swalwell is going to... yeah, give me more subscriptions. Hey, you guys subscribe. I love you. Thanks for watching and everything, but you got to subscribe. I love it, man. I love it. I love all the back and forth. And yeah, the thing is even if you don't agree with Trump, right? It doesn't mean you need to be arrested. It just means you have a disagreement. And that's where the Trump administration has problems, is they don't know how to compromise. You see, that's what government's about, compromise. And so in the next administration, there's going to have to be some compromise. So, and hopefully, Donald Trump and his whole administration will be brought before the courts, brought before the Congress, and will face the music that they deserve. All right? So, and since he's been in, he's going to be wasting money more and more and more, and that's your tax dollars. That's your tax dollars. So, and he's threatening a whole civilization. And while he's doing that, his daughter is in Disneyland. His daughter's in Disneyland with her kids running around. So maybe they'll see Lindsey Graham over there. But anyway, losers are who Trump employs pardons are all tainted by some sort of illegal moves. I mean, everybody that he's messed around with, they're somehow, some way tainted by some sort of illegal crap that they did. All right? So do me a favor. Do a little bit of research, just a little bit of research. NSPM 7. Look it up, read it. It's in this budget bill. And if that budget bill gets passed and they don't cut that out, there's going to be some real problems for people who disagree with Trump. So if you disagree with Trump, please give me a thumbs up. Even though I'm a Republican, give me a thumbs up, all right? I appreciate it, all right? It helps me. And listen, I'm only going to come over here and try to put the truth out there. And I do a lot of research. You guys can look at my hashtags. The people that I pay attention to online are in my hashtags, so you know where I'm getting my information. And when Alex Jones and Megyn Kelly and Tucker Carlson and Sneak, all these guys that were 100% Trump lovers are now saying, man, we need the 25th Amendment to be pulled out. Then you guys ought to fucking maybe take another look. NSPM 7. NSPM 7. Eagle has landed. NSPM 7. Okay? So, Terry, yeah, I am a Republican. I'm just not MAGA. All right? I remember the days of John McCain, of Ronald Reagan, and some other stuff. Okay? So, as far as the people that Donald Trump has pardoned, fraudsters, insider traders, pedophiles, drug dealers, white supremacists, war criminals, that's the people that Donald Trump has been pardoning. So I think we need to really take another look at the presidential pardon powers in the next administration. We need to take a look at that. And the next Congress, we need to probably figure out some way of, I don't know, somehow looking at how every pardon should be examined and accepted. So, but for him to go ahead and pardon some of these people, it's unbelievable. For me, it's unbelievable. You know what I'm saying? If Biden had done some stuff like that or whatever, if Biden just went and let a bunch of Democrats out and stuff and pardoned them just because they were Democrats and they may have voted for him or whatever, it's really freaking hard for me to believe. But you guys, you vote for a criminal and you get a criminal that does criminal actions, right? All right, so I'm going to go spend some time with my wife. My kid's out for the weekend. He's going to be getting his confirmation this weekend, and I'm looking forward to that. Yeah, love your comments. I'm going to go through them later on. I may do some answering later on, and I love you. Thanks for watching, yeah? And listen, I'm going to come back again tomorrow with some new information, and I hope I see you again. Rick James wasn't here tonight, but we'll see him tomorrow probably. You guys, thanks for watching. Give me a thumbs up, like I said. Appreciate it. Subscribe. It doesn't cost anything. And I'll get back with you again tomorrow, okay? Thanks. Wherever you're at, stay safe, stay strong. And don't forget to tell your family that you love them, because I say that every time I'm on, because I want you guys to know you never know when it's going to be your last day. And you never know when it's going to be your family member's last day. So please tell your family that you love them, all right? All right, guys. I got to go. This was Matt Fox from Matt Fox on the Tube, and this was another edition of Trump at War, Mission Creep. We'll holler at y'all. Take care. Have a nice night.